Pips is the newest addition to the New York Times Games collection. I think it is a very cool and interesting daily game. So I decided to use my programming knowledge to challenge myself to see if I have the skills to remake Pips using Python. The game of Pips works by trying to fill in a grid with dominoes, but there are also extra restrictions, these being number. Dots must add up to this number, equal. Dots within this region must all be the same number, not equal. Dots in this region must all be different numbers, greater than. Dots must sum to more than this number, less than. Dots must sum to less than this number. If you can fill up the grid with all of your dominoes while following all of these conditions across the grid, you win. So this should be super easy to program, right? So first we need to make a display. And there we go, we have a display. And there we go, added a grid to it, so it's a 2x2. And now let's test, say, a 5x5. Oh. And now let's test a 5x5. There we go. It is working. Hey, there we go. So now we can select what we want the grid to look like. So for example, if we wanted to remake the grid, this grid from today's, we just select like I have done there, and then that is stored for us to do some more work with. Now once we've inputted the grid, we're also now able to select the areas where certain rules applied, such as where the numbers would sum up to, and enter those in. Now we are able to enter numbers into the grid and have them stored. I know that's not how dominoes work, but you know, you got one step at a time, guys, come on. And now implemented also, we can enter what rule it is in each area. So like here, just set up the equal one, so when all of the numbers in that area have to be equal. And then it'll also then highlight in colour to show the areas, so you know what numbers have to be equal. So once I've inputted these, bosh, there you go, the colours showing the areas where the numbers need to be the same. So now I've just gone ahead and just implemented all of the rules, as well as the board check-in, so it'll tell you whether your move is valid or invalid. It'll just print out true or false. And also now it'll show not just the colours, but what specifically the rule is, just as a little icon in the top. Yeah, and I click enter, and all of the rules have been implemented. We've got less than, greater than, number, not equals to, equals to. And now if I fill this out with some numbers, you'll see it outputs true, or it'll output false if you put the wrong thing in. And then if you fill up the board, true, which means this would be a valid solution if they were dominoes. Getting started on the most important part, the dominoes themselves. So you can see they've appeared at the bottom of the screen there. Still need a bit of work, if they're just kind of images at the moment, but well, at least we're getting somewhere. Now not only does it show the dominoes on the bottom with the numbers, but now we actually place the domino. So if I select number 2 here by clicking 2 on the keyboard to select the 0 and 1 domino, and then click on this position here, it'll place it. And we can do the same for any of the other dominoes by just clicking the number that corresponds to them. For example, if I click 3, that'll select the 3 and 3 domino, and then I can click the same way. And the only issue is you can click multiple times with the same domino, so I need to fix that. And I also need to allow it to go in different directions as well, because at the moment you can only place it horizontal going to the right. So fix is coming. The directional fix is now live, So I can place it in multiple directions. So if we start here with 0, 0 going down, and then the next domino going to the right, and now the next domino being placed upwards, and then finally last domino being placed to the left. And it all works, and also they can't overlap anymore either, because apparently that was an issue as well. Now I've added a little picture of a domino behind each domino you place down, so let's test it out. Right, that's not what this is supposed to look like. Let me fix that. I think I fixed it. So if we click here, it should, place down the domino. That's what it'd look like. Although it is covering up the number that you placed down, so you can't actually see what you've placed down. But at least the domino looks right. Okay, one more bug fixed, hopefully. There we go. Place them down. They all look right. I know dominoes are supposed to have dots on them, but I think it looks nice with the numbers on. It works. I think it is finally completed. I've also added a undo option now, so if you place the domino and then want to remove it, you just click backspace and it'll be like it never even happened. So I've got this board here. I'm going to place some on here and try to complete it. Also at the end it will show true or false if we complete it or not. So in this case it's all good, and then I'll put true because the board's correct. If we go undo here and then do it the wrong way around, so obviously 4 is not less than 4, it'll say false. So the game is done, and I've remade one of the daily Pips board from the website itself, and we're going to test to make sure that mine does work properly, and then I'm going to solve it in my game, and then also then go and solve it online and see if the results match up. And time for the big reveal. Am I correct? True, my game says so. So I'm gonna put these dominoes onto the online one and see what it comes back with. And congrats, we've done it. We've made the game, it works. So I'm gonna try and make some custom boards and see if I can make a good puzzle. Okay, so I've made a cheeky puzzle. If you want to have a go at solving it, pause the video real quick. The dominoes to use are all along the bottom. Shouldn't be that hard to solve. I think there's quite a lot of different ways of solving it. But yeah, have a go, and then I'm going to solve it now. And final piece, let's see. True. And that's how you solve my custom little puzzle. And that's where we're going to leave today's video. But before you click off, I just want to say I'm going to make another video soon, also on Pips. But this time it will be about making an AI that solves all of the Pips boards. So if you want to see that video, subscribe and it will be out soon. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out my other videos.